Are you a songwriter? Are you looking to turn your songwriting passion into a full-time gig? Whether you are just at the start of your songwriting journey or a seasoned industry professional, this show is made for you. Welcome to the Songwriter Show, bringing together songwriting news, interviews, and community. Now, welcome your host, Sarantos.
Thank you for tuning in, and welcome back to the Songwriter Show, right here on Reality Radio 101. I'm your host, Sarantos, a solo music artist who's been writing lyrics forever. Words are just so important to me, and that's why I love hosting this show for you every single Tuesday night. I believe that every song is a story. Tonight, we have an exciting guest for you guys, Jpiano. He was born in Manhattan, New York, and raised in the Bronx. Javier Salazar is also known as Jpiano, and he discovered his love for music at a young age. This self-taught musician, producer, writer, composer, singer, and arranger brings a distinctive combination of sounds to his music.
And now, welcome this week's special guest.
Welcome to the show, Jpiano. How you doing tonight?
Good. Feeling good. Feeling very grateful and appreciated for this station. I'm very happy for that. And here, man, definitely always positive, always making music.
Awesome, man. I love it. I try to be positive too, so it's always cool to talk to another. Sometimes people hate us because we're always positive, but we get a little sad once in a while.
And
but
it's so true. Let me tell you, it is so true, man.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what got you started in this realm of music.
Basically, me being in a family, of musicians, on my mother's side and some of my family members on my father's side. But basically, since a child, my father always buying me bongos, piano. My other brothers, he used to just buy them toys, like toys, and I always think, like, why me, like why buy me guitars and bongos for? I want toys,
Yeah.
But I guess I explained, I asked my father, why you buy me toys, guitars and bongos? Because he said every time I hear music, he always see me tapping on my legs, dancing, and grabbing a broom, acting like it's a guitar. So he said that was the reason why I buy a guitar, So, I was brought up, listening to Tina Turner, Stevie B, which is freestyle music, Hardaway, which is What Is Love, Michael Jackson, Marvin Gaye. Also Spanish music, bachata, merengue, so a whole mixture of music. So what attracted me was the sound, the sound, and it's like I get adrenaline of hearing different type of sounds and music,
Yeah, that's really cool, man. So what would you say is your favorite instrument?
My favorite instrument, and it might sound weird, because, it's like very rare, but my favorite instrument is pads.
Okay.
Pads
cool.
is like a synthesizer, it's like a humming type of pads, because I do a lot of music where I have a feel of cinema, like cinema feel, like, because I do see that everybody likes different type of music, but I'm more of a have that sound of cinema, like that, like movie that you can use in movies, very passionate, so. So I like a lot of different style, but like I said, I like house music, but my favorite instrument is pad, pad. Digital. It's like digital sounds.
Okay. Very cool. Do you have any teachers that you want to give a shout out to?
In this moment, to be honest, I don't. I actually give a shout out to myself. Because I'm basically my own teacher. I actually learned by ear. So nobody taught me, to play. So I give a shout out to myself, Jpiano. A shout outs to my partner, which is Max Mosey. My management, which is Winfred. But definitely, that's what I really want to give shout outs to, because I don't have a teacher, to be honest.
Okay, no, it's cool, man. Any musicians or songwriters that inspire you?
Bruno Mars. Also Bruno Mars. Who else? Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Hardaway, which is a person that sing the song "What Is Love." Definitely those are my guys, that I, like, the way they write and everything.
Yeah, no, those are great inspirations. Who doesn't love Bruno Mars, man? That guy's so creative, and yeah, I definitely respect everything he's done. So
You always bring that back old school's music, but modern. It's like he keep it old but modern. Like bringing the
yeah,
disco and the dance back to the modern. Because music right now, if you're looking at it, it's changing a lot. So I'm seeing a lot of pop, a lot of dance, house, even freestyle music a little bit. So it's coming back, and I believe that house music and dance pop music is going to be real big, man. And in a couple of months, I think it's going to be the main genre. It's going to be up there now because I see a lot of musicians and artists doing it.
yeah, no, I hear you. Tell us a little bit about your process. Do you start with a drum groove? Do you start with pads? How do you get started when you want to write a song?
To be honest, when I want to write a song, it's sometimes weird. Sometimes it could be taking a shower, and it just comes in your head. A feeling, a sound. You hear it. It's like you hear it. And then once you start hearing it, then you start mimicking it. With the mouth and doing the flow. Because the way I do it is I don't do the beat. What I do is I mimic it first, and I'm hearing it. So then I do the beat. And then after I do the beat, I start finding and looking for the flow and the style, how I want it to sound without lyrics. It's just mimicking it, humming it. So
Yeah,
I record it on the phone, just to mimic it, even if it doesn't make sense in the moment, just mimicking it and doing the flow. And then from the flow, I start writing the words, and that's how I create my songs.
yeah. It's interesting. I'm listening to you, and I don't know if you've ever seen any of the masterclass things, but Timberland did a masterclass, and he was talking about how he kind of does something very similar. And he was like, "Oh yeah, so for the kick, he like basically just hums it out, kind of thing. Then he does the same thing for the snare, and then he does." And it was fascinating to hear how he kind of does it. So it's interesting.
Yeah. And I watch also Timberland. I'm sorry, I watch Timberland as well, and I do see it. It's like a lot of producers, because they said the very good artists almost think the same.
Yeah,
Because it happened to me before with my partner Max Mosey. Like we could be separate, and we could actually be thinking exactly the same sound and tone, and not even talk about it. And then when we go meet each other and we do everything together, it turned out to be the same music, which is crazy. Or sometimes he's writing a song and I'm making a beat, and in that moment I don't got the lyrics in that day, but then he starts singing to me something. I'll be like, oh my God, what he's singing matches with this beat. Let's put it together. So then we put it together, and then I find a way where it sounds perfectly with the beat and make it sound commercial. Because I believe in a lot about commercial, because you don't got to keep it commercial. You always want to keep it where music don't die, because there's one hit wonders. There's music that plays a couple of times and people don't want to hear it no more.
yeah,
But I believe in making music where people hear it and they don't get tired. It's that they want to hear it, and hear it. So
sure.
that's why I go a lot about in the side of cinema and commercial.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Okay. Tell us a little bit about how you balance your music career with other obligations, such as, kids, family, anything else you might have going on.
I'm not gonna lie, I love music so much, and very passionate for it. We only live once, so I think and I say I'm a family guy, but when it comes to music and I'm focused, I take out the kids out, the family out, mother out, and I focus on my music. And once I finish the music, then I hang out with the family.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm a family guy. I love my family, but music is music. And, when I feel in a day that I just want to do music and I don't want to see nobody in that day, I can't, because those are the days when the days you don't want to do music will be the day that you missed out on opportunity, that music in that day was going to be fire. You see?
Yeah.
So it's like when you wake up in the morning. You wake up in the morning, and then you say, I'll write that music later. But then that later when comes, you don't remember no more.
Yeah. No, I
You know,
hear
so
you.
you want to grab, that second, that precise seconds you hear something, grab it, write it down, record it, so you won't forget it. So. But I just love music so much. I believe, like I said, I'm a family person, but music to me is a lot too.
What do you practice? Like, do you practice? You have exercises? Do you have new tunes? Like, what and when do you practice?
Oh, practice like to sing.
For anything, for the beats, to sing, anything
Oh,
musical in nature.
okay. The way I practice, just to get more experience. Well, I don't like to give people my secret, but I don't mind. For those producers that wants to know how I do it. Okay, so what I do is I go to YouTube. I will download. I give an example. I want to do a remix, and I grab somebody's acapella. And because I have family that tell me, how you remove the beat at the acapella? How the hell you do this? A brand new song that you don't even got access to that. And what I do is I look something called vocal remover. So what I do is I download the link of YouTube. I put it right quick in the download video for YouTube. Download that, convert it to MP3, upload it on vocal remover, remove the vocal, and then I put it in Fruity Loops and I find the tempo that acapella is playing. So then on the bottom of the acapella, I start creating the music, towards the acapella. So then that's how I practice. I do stuff like that, and then I upload it in my Instagram, upload it in YouTube, and some copyrights. I don't have any issues with that because I always ask permission. But sometimes they give me the rights, and sometimes they don't. But that's how
Yeah.
I practice. Or I start making beats, random beats, just because I feel like making beats. I make beats, and that's basically how I practice. That's the way how I keep it moving, doing different sounds and beats, and hearing other people's music, what's sounding now, and making it different.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Okay. Tell you what, brother. Tell us about this song that we're going to hear in a couple minutes. What inspired it here?
Well, that inspired me, to be honest, was heartbreaks. Like having a girl, they break my heart, and everybody goes through bad and ups and downs in relationships. And what inspired me is doing that song was a breakup that I had in the past with a girl that I love so much. She loved me as well, but it didn't work out. So what I do is I focus in my music and I just express in my music. And it came out good, actually. It came out very good.
Okay.
So I call it Your Love Not Enough, like saying her love was not enough for me to fulfill me, as a person in both ends, so.
Okay. So I'll tell you what. Let's take a listen to the song, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more. Okay.
Sure.
Awesome. All right, everybody, check this out. Here we go.
I don't know my baby, why you still love me, but I don't feel the same. I've been through so much where my heart gone away. I'm tired of fake love, tired of fake friends, and they all gone. After the glass boy is broken, nothing been the same. Know that your love's not enough, not enough. My heart is so broken, so much. Giving my all to her, to her, to her. Know that your love's not enough, not enough. My heart is so broken, so much, so much. Giving my all to her, to her, to her, to her. I'm trying, my baby, to love like you love me. I'm trying, my baby, love like you love me. I'm trying, my baby, to love like you love me. I'm trying, I'm trying. I don't know my baby, why you still love me, but I don't feel the same. I've been through so much where my heart gone away. I'm tired after the glass door has broken, nothing been the same. Know that your love's not enough, not enough. My heart is so broken, so much, so much. Giving my arms to her, it's to her, it's to her, it's to her. Know that your love's not enough, not enough. My heart is so broken, so much, so much. Giving my arms to her, it's to her, it's to her. So broken, so much, so much. Giving my arms to her, it's to her, it's to her, it's to her. Know that your love's not enough, not enough. My heart is so broken, so much, so much. Giving my arms to her, it's to her, it's to her, it's to her.
So thanks for sharing that song with us. That was pretty interesting.
No, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
You're welcome. Tell us a little bit about connections. Musicians think connections are the end-all, be-all. Do you think they're important, or do you think they're overrepresented?
Connections like between artists or
Between artists, between important people in the music business, shall we say?
I think it's important. You know, like I said, if those that are interested in buying my music or want to hear it, it's called Your Love Not Enough in Spotify. You can look for it under my name, Jpiano. So you put Jpiano, Your Love Not Enough. You know, if people want to buy it or hear it, you can find it there. You can also look for me in IG, Instagram, which is at Jpiano Beats. You know, but I believe, like I said, in connection with is very important. You know, it's very important. Like because you gotta understand, some people they don't want to be humble. They want to be stuck up and be like, oh, I could do it on my own. I don't need nobody. I could do it in myself. And it doesn't work like that. You know, world works with connection, networking.
Yeah.
So we all connect with each other. We all build each other up. You know, when you have like this ego where you just focus on yourself and you don't want to mess with anybody, you know, it's not good. You know, it doesn't help you. What it does, it holds you trapped, you know, in a box. That's why you got to be humble, friendly, and, you know, not taking advantage of people, but connecting with people that you know that are creative like you know, that wants to grow up and grow, you know, and advance, you know. So definitely connecting with people is very important to me.
Yeah, and
to everybody that wants to grow, you know.
Yeah, no, I totally get you, and I think we got to keep getting better, right? That's the whole point of this.
Definitely.
So, when did you get started transitioning to a professional musician as opposed to like an indie or amateur musician?
Well, let me tell you, I started as an indie amateur, and I could say in this moment I'm still learning, because, you know, there's nothing, people never stop learning. There's always everything changes. Music changes, royalties changes, there's new programs, because, you know, back in the days, used to use CDs, which was harder. We don't have those artists that they are old, they are big now. They just getting paid and royalties now for songs back then that he made enough, you know, because we have so much power right now when it comes to social media, networking, and internet, and royalties and NASCAR. None of those things, you know, was back then.
Yeah.
You know, so it's completely amazing, man. Everything is different now. It's everything online, you know, everything is online. So it hurts as well when it comes, because, you know, right now music it's not selling like before.
No, for sure.
People are not buying music no more. It's very hard, but like I said, people got to focus on themselves when it comes to music. Don't let anything don't just think about money. That's something that I always see in people. Don't think just about money, but just do music, man. If you love music, just let it flow. You know, let it go.
My next question was going to be to ask you about the typical mistakes people are making in this business. Do you think that's one of them, that people focus on money?
To be honest, that would be one of them. But the main one that I can say that doesn't let people grow, that I really noticed that, is hate, envy. What's the other one? Not being humble, ego. All that messes up, man, because I don't want to mention the names of somebody that I know, but I go straight to the point. Somebody that I know that's an artist, that I cannot say his name, he's that way, and he had a lot of performances, and he never invited me or invited my partner due to the fact of, in his mind is, man, if I invite them, they probably blow. We don't, I don't want them to take my shine. And that type of thinking is bad, man, because when you do that, it doesn't let you grow.
For sure.
And then those people don't even want to listen to those that know sometimes even more than you. I know how to take criticism and listen to people, but some people don't want to listen. And you tell them, say, look, don't put too much music weekly because people are not grasping your music. You throwing music every week. Like, you don't do that. Just do 5 music and push it out. At least give it a year for all 5 songs. Nah, forget that. I'm going to keep doing music every week. All right. Yeah. They don't want to listen, but not realizing that nobody knows his music. And it's because he keeps throwing music every week and not letting people catch on to the new music that you already told before.
Yeah.
It's just some people don't listen. You just got to let it be,
I hear you. Tell us about your website, your socials. Where can people buy your stuff, stream it? Give us some insight on you.
Sure. If anybody wants to buy my music or listen to my music, you can go to Jpiano on Spotify, which is for the song called Your Love Not Enough. If they also want to check out my partner, Max Mosey, they can put on Spotify as well, Max Mosey. They also can check my music in YouTube. They can put Jpiano, which is J as in Jack, then the word piano all together, Jpiano Beats, all together on YouTube. They want to find me on YouTube. Instagram, same way, J as in Jack, piano, Jpiano Beats. They can find me on Instagram. Same thing for Max Mosey _, which will be Max _Mosey. They can search my partner as well on Instagram. So that's basically where we at. My website is under construction this moment, which is jpianobeats.com. It's under construction. And the Fine Stars Inc. as well, which is my label, is also under construction this moment. But if anyone wants to hear my music or buy my music, they can go to my IG, which is J as in Jack Piano, Jpiano Beats, or on Spotify, which is Jpiano. And for Max, if they want to look at Max's stuff, will be Max _Mosey in Instagram as well. So, and I just posted a remix that in my Instagram. If anybody wants to hear it, at Jpiano, J as in Jack Piano, it's Jpiano Beats on my Instagram. I posted a remix for DJ Khaled new song with Jadakiss. So if anybody wants to hear it, it's already been posted.
Okay, that's awesome, JP. So I'll tell you what, I want to thank you for being on the show tonight, man.
Now, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on your show, and I'll be gladly even grateful if I would be in the interview once again, and a couple of more times. And I really want to thank you for giving me the chance and opportunity.
You're welcome, man. So thank you to everyone out there for spending a little time with the two of us. I hope your own unique story gets heard around the world. My name is Sarantos, and please join me every Tuesday evening to hear other amazing artists and people share their fascinating behind-the-scenes stories right here at the Songwriter Show on Reality Radio 101. I love you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you for listening to The Songwriter Show. To keep the momentum going, head over to www.songwritershow.com and join our free music community of artists, songwriters, and producers. That's www.songwritershow.com.